now that you're in the high political season here, where everybody is offering you a chance to take part, promising you that they are the ones who can lead you to a better nation, a better future, that they know what they're doing. Now is your chance to question them. It doesn't matter who you vote for. What matters is that you do it from a position of information, that you ask the difficult questions. And we go on asking the difficult questions, not just once, but again and again and again, in every society. Because it's ours, it belongs to us, it belongs to us the people. And the politicians are there to serve us. And they come back and they say, okay, we think it's a good subject or not, or maybe you should change the wording slightly, or whatever. So we take advice. We don't just sit there and decide by ourselves. I mean, somebody has to make a final decision, and I guess that's me. But we take a lot of advice and a lot of opinions before we decide.
This thing, we search about the truth.
Yes.
If you find the truth, this is your good thing.
Yes.
You has idea, you has reasons,
Yes.
but you listen
Yes.
with your heart and your mind.
Yes.
If this another one has a good idea and believe it, in that moment you must be agree with him.
But if you're coming to a debate, you will have a motion.
Yes, but we search about true thing.
Yes, I'm not disputing that. This is also a way to get closer to the truth. It's by because you are against the person you are debating with.
After debates, if you good man, if you lost, you say, I am lost, I am against.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a peaceful argument, but it is an argument.
After Doha Debates,
Have I changed it?
your idea, you have an idea and opinion on your own, and after debates you listen from the two. Are you change your idea after this or not?
I don't know if I've changed my ideas. I'm surprised at some of the votes. I'm very surprised that the audience votes in the way they do. So I'm surprised about that. I'm surprised about how many young people actually embrace the idea of debate, even when they've never done it in their lives before. I don't know that I changed my mind about the issue. As a moderator, I'm neutral. My job is to question both sides equally.
The practical use of debates, I think need some new technology, or when you use that way in studio with only 100 people, you can't say we have a majority and minority.
We're not trying to say that. Only in the vote at the end.
I know.
We're voting how this audience.
I speak about the practical way of debate.
Yes.
As Brazil.
Yes.
So I think we cannot do that thing in studio.
No.
Maybe we use the internet for extra voting.
Yes.
To have a lot of people, not only 100 or less than 100 in a studio to judge what the majority say and what minority say.
I agree. But in Brazil, they bring thousands of people into a stadium, and they get a vote, and they abide by the vote. That's all. It's an interesting system. Anybody else?
After different 56 debates, as you said before, what is the most important thing you like in Arab people?
What is the most important thing that I like in Arab people? Let me say, the most important thing that I like about our audiences, our Arab audiences, is their willingness to engage and discuss and argue with each other. And the audience has got better and better as the debates have gone on. Of course, the audience changes, but people come and they're much more prepared, they're very articulate, and they're very focused about what they want. And the voting patterns have changed. When we started the debates, you could tell from the way people were dressed how they would vote. If they were dressed in local, traditional dress, they would vote one way. And if they were dressed in Western clothes, they would vote another way. Now, you can't tell. People are very surprising. Some of the most radical opinions have come from people who are dressed in Western clothes, but from people who are dressed in traditional clothes. And what's been interesting is to see, especially how much the women have embraced debating. They've been really focused, and really articulate, and really pressing for change. And that's been a hard thing to see, I have to say. It's been very hard. So.
Afraid from Muslim results. Why?
Islamic parties.
What is my opinion about that?
What's your opinion about people fearing the Islamic parties or as Islamic politicians?
Would you want to know whether I think they're right to fear?
I think his question is, what's your opinion on the success of Muslims Brotherhood Party in National Assembly election?
Yes. Well, we don't have the full results yet. We still have half. We still have half the results to count.
But they succeed. He has 40 in
So this is my opinion. I think it's good if people get the people they want. Yes. People should get the people they want. Vote in the people they want.
People afraid about this.
Yes.
In many countries.
They may.
Debates have two sides, negative and positive ones. I think the negative effect of debates may be more than the positive effect. Like what? Like when I share my idea with opposite one, I can make more difficulty to understand what his opinion. I'd like to know what's your opinion in this point.
And that's the last question.
This is last.
Okay.
Make it deep, more deep. The difficulty to understand. Maybe it's more than.
I think depth is good.
Yes,
I think
maybe
depth is
it's good, but the negative point, the negative side.
Look, I think if this is about clarification, I don't think it's negative. If it's about incitement to hatred or to violence or something like that, then we don't have it. We don't allow it on our debates. We don't allow people to call for hatred or violence or whatever. We get people arguing. It's an intellectual exercise. I don't see that that's ever harmful. People expressing their ideas freely about what they think. I don't think that's ever harmful. I really don't.
I would like to ask you from your experience, how we can reduce the gap between Muslim countries and Western countries. There is a gap. From how we can reduce this gap between each other. From your experience, what we can do.
Only one way: talk to each other.
Talk.
Trade. Talk. Open the doors. Listen to new ideas. Listen to ideas that you don't like, but talk.
Talk is very important. And try to understand each other, culture, traditional.
And tolerate each other. Tolerate differences.
Yes. Thank you.